To this occasion. In particular, I would like to recognize two members of the Commission who are attending their first public activity as Naira Aja, a professor of educational planning and administration representing the Southeast Geopolitical Zone. Experienced election administrator representing the Northwest Zone. On a sad note, this is also the first public function of the Commission since the death last month of our colleague, retired Major General Abubakar Modibo Al-Ali, a conscientious officer who diligently dedicated his life to the service of his country, both in active service and upon retirement. We pray that God will grant him and other staff of the Commission who passed on eternal rest. May we rise to observe a minute in silent prayer for the repose of swearing in of new resident electoral commissioners to fill vacancies in 6 states of the Federation. The second is to discharge one of our constitutional obligations with regard to major off-cycle elections in 2 states of the Federation. With the swearing in of the 6 recs today, all vacancies have been filled in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. It is therefore appropriate to start by congratulating the new recs that have just taken the oath of office. The conduct of elections is not only a huge responsibility, but also a sacred duty. As recs, you are the representatives of the Commission in the various states to which you will be deployed shortly. The work of the Commission is, to say the least, very challenging. I'm glad that 2 of you, Dr. Johnson Alalibo Sinikem and Mukhtar Umar Gajiram, have been reappointed for a 2nd term, having served for an initial term of 5 years as recs, while Dr. Saad Umar Idris and Mrs. Faye Jimmy Shashe Ibiemi have been career staff of the Commission. Chukwuemeka Christopher Ebeziako, a private legal practitioner, and Umar Yusuf Garba are persons with years of experience in the private sector and also in private legal practice, and you are coming into the Commission for the very first time. But together, all 6 of you have cumulative experience in election administration or the management of public affairs to justify the confidence reposed in you to genuine criticisms. In the various states to which you will be deployed shortly, you will be in charge of personnel and resources. Manage your personnel and the extremely limited resources at your disposal very well. Your appointment is a full-time and not part-time responsibility. You must provide leadership and exercise effective supervision. You can only succeed in this responsibility when you are knowledgeable about the Commission's activities, particularly the innovations introduced in election management. It is also important to understand and operate within the limits of your delegated powers and responsibilities. Our state offices are part and parcel of the Commission. You must never act independently or think that you can act in violation of the law, regulations, and guidelines, or defy the Commission without consequences. We will hold you accountable for your actions and inactions. We will not hesitate to deal with acts of defiance, indiscretion, or transgression on the part of any resident electoral commissioner. In line with the current policy, you will be deployed within your geopolitical zones, but none of you will serve in his or her state of origin. Accordingly, it is my pleasure to announce your deployment as follows. Dr. Saad Umar Idris, Gombe State. Dr. Johnson Alalibo Sinikem, Cross River State. Mrs. Beiji Mishashe Ibiemi, Ogun State. Mukhtar Umar Gajiram, Taraba State. Chukwuemeka Ibeziako, Abia State. And Umar Yusuf Garba, Sokoto State. The deployment requires a consequential redeployment of some of the Serbian resident electoral commissioners from their current locations to other states in line with the extant policy. For the Serbian regs, this will be handled administratively. However, the full list will be uploaded to the Commission's website and social media platforms for public information shortly. I must add that the deployment of regs is a routine exercise. While the Commission tries to maintain stability of the process, regs can be deployed again as the need arises. In line with the requirements of the law, the Commission is under legal obligation to publish notices for major elections not later than 360 days before the date fixed for the election. In compliance with the law, the Commission has approved the timetable and schedule of activities for the Ekiti and Osun State governorship elections. The last governorship elections in the two states were held in June and July 2022. The 4-year tenure of the governors will end next year. For Ekiti State, the election will be held on Saturday, 20th July 2026. However, party primaries will start on 20th October 2025 and end on 10th November 2025 to enable political parties upload their nomination forms to the dedicated portal, which automatically shuts down by 6 p.m. on 22nd December 2025. That is not later than 180 days before the election. Will commence on 21st January 2026 and end 24 hours before election day. In the case of Osun State, the election will be held on Saturday, 8th August 2026. Party primaries will start on 24th November 2025 and end on 15th December 2025. The portal for the upload of nomination forms by political parties closes at 6 p.m. on 9th February 2026. That is not later than 180 days before the election as provided by law. The final list of candidates will be published on the 9th of March 2026, while campaign in public by political parties will commence on the 11th of March 2026 and end 24 hours before the election day. The detailed timetable and schedule of activities for the Ekiti and Osun State governorship elections have been uploaded to our website and social media platforms for guidance of political parties and for public information, the which will soon be made public. And it is on this note that I once again congratulate the new resident electoral commissioners, and for everyone else, I thank you and God bless.
Inclusivity and innovation in the electoral process. Thank you, sir, Honorable Chairman, for your encouragement, guidance, mentorship, and your steadfast commitment to strengthening our democracy in Nigeria. It is indeed, sir, a special honor and privilege to work under your guidance. To the national commissioners, we are immensely thankful for your collective support and your exemplary dedication to upholding the principles of free, fair, and credible elections in Nigeria. With your kind permission, sir, I need to now say that your unwavering commitment to the ideals of transparency and professionalism is not only admirable, but also a benchmark for all who have served in the Commission. To the Secretary to the Commission, my sister and whom we call fondly Mama INEC, thank you for being there for all of us all the time and always making our work and life easier. We are deeply grateful for your support and cooperation at all times. Honorable Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, I wish to acknowledge my colleagues, friends and brothers, the directors of the Commission, particularly the directors of the Electoral Institute, all of whom I owe, and we all owe a special debt of gratitude. Our time together with the directors of the Commission has been both enriching and instructive. The depth of knowledge, the culture of excellence, and the spirit of teamwork.
Do solemnly swear and affirm and that I will preserve the Republic of Nigeria, which shall be brought under my consideration,
and shall be